Alright, I think this might be working. Let's just see, I'm going to get the stream up on here, guys. And just check all the audio is working and stuff. This is very strange. Very strange. So if you guys can let me know if you're watching now, if you can hear me, if you can see me, that would be great. Let me know in the chat. I'm just going to sort a few things here and then we'll get into it. Okay, hope everyone's well. In these very strange times, I feel like a broken record sort of every time I speak on camera. I say that now. Cool, Nick Borsma in the chat says he can hear me loud and clear. Great, awesome, okay. Cool, so what I've got here is I've got my laptop set up and I can see, this is strange, I can see you guys commenting in the chat here, so anything you say, I can see. 50 of you here, that's really cool. Yeah, welcome to my sort of home office setup. This is what I've got to play with whilst I'm on lockdown. So I've sort of tried to put a few props around. I've got my Lego Porsche 911 RSR, a few other bits and bobs, and I've got some videos playing in the background there. But let me know what you think of the setup, and we can always change that. So while we're doing these live streams, I've always actually wanted to do a live stream on YouTube. I've liked the idea of doing it because I do them on Instagram quite a lot, and actually it's just really fun being able to directly speak with you guys. So at the moment I'm planning to do one of these every 2 weeks, every Sunday evening at 8 PM, and just really have a chat. You guys ask me some questions, I'll come with some topics to discuss as well, and you know, if this one goes down well, we will continue that. So really great to see you guys here. I did do a little thing on Instagram earlier asking for some topics, and I've got those, so thank you guys for sending them through. But I'm going to have a quick look through the chat now, and if you guys got anything you want to ask throughout, please just pop in the chat, because I will be trying to keep a hold of it. So also part of the plan is that this will probably only go on for around half an hour or so. Don't really want it to drag too long. Okay, so first question I'm going to answer. Carl Lynch has just said, what is the quickest car you've been in? Ooh, now I have been in a lot of fast cars. I actually forget often what I have been in. I think the fastest, I mean the Ferrari 488, I did a road trip in a Ferrari 488 a couple of years ago, or 3 years ago, and that is probably one of the fastest cars I've been in. Lamborghini Aventador, that'll be up there as well. I did go in a pre-production Aston Martin about a decade ago, but at the time that was stupendously fast, but now probably not. Apart from that, I can't think of anything else. It might come back to me though, so yeah, I'll let you know. God, it's really hard to keep up with these comments. Thank you guys so much, honestly, for joining. It's quite nerve-wracking actually being live, and I was just hoping that there would be some people here, so I do genuinely really appreciate you guys being here. I count you guys as my strongest fans, so I do really appreciate it. Sports and Touring is here. Good to see you in here, Anthony. Sports and Touring, guys, is a YouTube channel, but you may recognise, if you click through onto his YouTube channel, you'd recognise him from my video I did with a 370Z Nismo. That was Anthony in that video, and that's his car. So yeah, go and check it out. What do I think about the Mercedes-Benz SLK, specifically the second generation? I've never experienced one, to be honest. The SLK is a car that lots of people ask me to feature, to review, and it's something I'd love to get my hands on and get on the channel. So I can't comment really because I haven't had the experience in one yet. But I like them. I like the look of them, and definitely a car I would like to get my hands on at some point. I'm sure they're great. What's the worst BMW you have been in or driven? Interesting question, actually. Now it's not a bad car, and in the video I did speak quite highly of it, but the BMW M2 I drove for a video was probably the most one of the most disappointing cars I've driven. I'll caveat a few things. Obviously, I was driving with a dealership. I'm not going to go and completely push their car to the limit. So I obviously didn't fully test the car. Number two, it was a DCT, not a manual. Standard exhaust, so it didn't really sound like much. And also in a colour that wasn't particularly special, or a spec that wasn't particularly striking. So certainly wasn't a bad car, excuse me. But I'd say that's probably the most disappointing BMW I've driven. But you know, it's not a bad car at all. It's a fantastic car. And oh look, ads are playing on my videos. Happy days. Super great car, but I wasn't that impressed with it, and I was really expecting to be. So I'd like to have a go in a more modified M2 at some point, and change my opinion on it. So I'm just trying to keep up with your comments here. This is really great. Watch the Z4M Coupe video today. Your face was a picture. I skill corn 1. Yeah, that video goes way back now. That's January 2019, and I was thinking of doing a video about that video, because at the time that has to be the most fun I've ever had making a video, and I think the video speaks for itself. If you haven't seen that drive of the Z4M Coupe, you should, because yeah, that was a lot of fun. What else have we got in here? Thanks again, guys, for sending all these questions. If you're just joining this evening, I thank you for joining for a start. This is really what the live stream is going to be. It's just sort of me having a chat with you guys. We're on lockdown, you know, it's nice to keep sociable as much as possible, and this is one of the ways I thought of doing it for myself and also for you. So yeah, hopefully fortnightly on a Sunday we'll be carrying on with this, if not more. Just really a few names. Got Scott Campbell here, Nick Gladery, Oliver Hudson. Next mods on your Z. Good question, Oliver. Lots of you probably be wanting to know. What are the next mods on my Z? So there's a couple of things that I'm going to be able to do from home. A lot of you have been enjoying the Garage Time series that I've been doing with my friend James, using his garage. I mean, he's made the entire thing possible. He's got the garage, and also he's got the mechanical knowledge to help me with it as well. Obviously, with everything that's going on, I can't continue that series at the moment. I can do some stuff at home, but nothing quite as serious as the mods that I've been planning. One of the mods that I'm hoping for on the Z4 is springs, lowering springs and wheel spaces to give it more of a stance and better handling. So that's something I'd like to do. Before I do that, though, I need another car, because that will really sort of make the Z4 a bit harsh, a bit too harsh for me, even to daily. I have been sent this, which I'm going to be doing a video on. I don't know if you can see. It's a sport button modification. It basically, I need to do some more research, but you can basically install it into your car, into your Z4, and it will force the sport button to remain on permanently, or you can set it to remember your last setting, and you can configure it how you like, essentially. So I will be doing that from home at some point and filming a video on it too, so you guys should see more about that soon. Apart from that, I've got a new brake light. There's a few things, actually. There's a few things, and there'll be some videos coming soon. I'm just trying to find the motivation to get high now. Wow. What else have we got? Alpha Omega is here. James Strutt. He says, not sure on the condition of your headlights, but if you're short of ideas, you could do a headlight restoration. Yeah, definitely. I've had a go at doing some of like the toothpaste hacks and stuff like that, and it's never quite worked. The best thing I did do to them was a machine polish, which again was at James's place, because he's got a machine polisher. So yeah, I would like to do that, but I haven't quite got the facility at home to do it. Sports and Touring, thanks for the shout out. You're more than welcome. Nicholas Gabriel, hi Joel, really happy to see you. Thank you for being here, Nicholas. Hope I pronounced your name right. Oh yeah, I do apparently feature in your latest video today, Anthony, so I need to check that out. I haven't seen it yet. Do you like my BMW 320d E92 M Sport? I haven't seen it. I don't know if it's something you've sent to me as part of this rating subscribers cars video. If it is, I haven't actually gone through all of those emails yet. There's hundreds. But an E92 is a good looking car, so I'm sure I would like your car. Ritzenkowski, greetings from Germany. Hello from Surrey in the UK. Oh, Anthony's asked a good question here, although it's just disappeared because there's so many coming in. What was the highlight of your US trip? So, most of you will know that most recently went to the US in November to actually go and see a YouTuber boxing event, KSI versus Logan Paul. Lots of you will know about that. And I did a trip exactly the same time a year before. First trip I rented a V8 Mustang convertible, and on the recent trip in November we had a 6.2 litre V8 Corvette Stingray. There's videos on all of these, so go and check those out. Honestly, some of my favourite videos, but no one tends to watch them because it's sort of in America and it's a sort of unobtainable car, although actually very affordable to hire. Anyway, what was the highlight of my US trip? It's got to be actually the event I went for, Anthony, was amazing. KSI versus Logan Paul, I'm so glad I was there for that. And probably one of the morning drives, we drove up from Los Angeles to San Francisco via the Pacific Coast Highway. There was one drive in particular, I think it was from San Simeon up to Monterey. That was stunning, actually, absolutely stunning road. Blasting in the V8 Corvette, no traffic on the road. That was definitely a highlight. Tim Day says, has my dad got any plans to change his Z4? Maybe I should get my dad on one of these live streams, or that might be weird. I'm living at home, so my dad is actually upstairs right now. Has he got any plans to change his Z4? I spoke to my dad about this recently, actually. I'm sure he wouldn't mind me discussing it with you guys. We're always chatting about cars. He's very transparent with me that he's just never really had the money to go and buy cars, and although he loves cars, the money he does have he spends on things like holidays, and he likes guitars and things like that. So I think he said probably in the future at some point he'd get an E89 maybe, when he does come to need another Z4 or another second car. But at the moment, yeah, he's not got any plans to change it. He enjoys his car still. He's very easily pleased. I wish I could be a bit more sometimes. No, he honestly loves his Z4, so he's not thinking of selling it at all. I think maybe, yeah, if he had a ton of money, he loves Jags, he'd love an F-Type or an E-Type, or both. But at the moment, no plans to change his car. What else have we got? I just wondering if I can get a Z4 for about £3,500. You should be able to, yeah. If you're in the UK, £3,500 should be enough. That's Mr. MB Customs. In fact, that's what I paid for mine 3 years ago. Can't wait for the weather to get warm up to drive my 2007 Z4. Yeah, I mean, the frustrating thing, I don't know where you are, Clarence, but here in the UK it is like super nice at the moment, really warm. Today in particular was great, and I think the rest of the week's meant to be really nice. That's quite distracting, actually. So it's frustrating because I can't go out in the car. I think tomorrow, I was thinking about that, actually. I'll just go on to a different subject here. Tomorrow I've got to go to the shop to do a shop, and my shop's about 15 minutes away, so it's a nice drive. Great excuse to go out in the car. I was half thinking about putting a camera up, but I just don't. I think if I'm going for an essential shop, I'm going to go for an essential shop and not film anything. Just a little bit of a brain dump there. But yeah, no, I will get to go out in the car tomorrow, nonetheless, just to do a shop. So, where did you buy that sport button modelling? I actually got sent it by one of my followers, and I will include, or I'm going to sort of promote it for him in that video, and I will let you know, guys, where you can get it should you decide you want it. So don't worry, that'll be coming soon. Best road in the Z4 that you have driven on, John Mofat. Okay, well in the UK, North Coast 500 in Scotland, I've done that, and that's stunning. I mean, I think probably unbeatable. Some roads around Snowdonia, actually where I learned to drive, are also incredible. There's some roads local to me. The A287 is a great road. There is one in particular, actually, I was speaking with someone earlier about. It's a road from Wantage to Newbury in Oxfordshire. Myself and my friend Ben Rain have met up there. Well, we found it by accident the first time, but subsequently, when we've met up to film, because we're quite far apart, it's a good halfway point, and we've gone there. I can't remember the name of the road. It's a B road, but it goes between Wantage and Newbury, and it is stunning. In my video that had his Porsche Boxster in and his 35IS, that's the road we use, so check that out. But yeah, I'll try and pin down exactly what that road was. It's an amazing road, though. Really great, guys, to see 58 of you watching. That's honestly incredible. I was, like I said at the start, super nervous that no one would be here. But I'm really, really glad you are, and thank you so much for asking all these questions so far. I'm going to try and get through as many of them as I can, but also not try and go on too long, because I do tend to do that, so I apologise. Unfortunately, it does also, because of the amount of questions coming in, it skips down often, so I might miss a few. So apologies in advance. I upgraded my interior lights, which was a no-brainer. I'd quite like to do that as well, actually. Are you going to hold a meet once this is over? Oliver Hudson. I get asked this question a lot, actually. I'm really pleased to say it's awesome that so many people want to do that. Simple answer is yes. Yeah, 100%. Definitely organise a meet, whether or not... I mean, it should be this year. I think at the rate everything's going, maybe late summer, it'll be possible. Similar time to last year, actually. And I might do a similar type thing, you know, meet after an event and then go for a drive off to the pub, essentially. But yes, definitely, if there's interest, which I believe there is, excuse me, I would love to host another meet, or a drive, or convoy, or whatever you call it. What's the next daily car you were thinking of getting? From Christian Fearon. There's so many, honestly. I'm terrible, especially even now with this much time. I'm browsing the classified, browsing Auto Trader all the time. At the moment, if I could just go out and buy a new daily tomorrow, I mean, within reason, I really like the idea of having an A45 AMG. I'm not a massive hatchback fan, but I have an experience in one of those, and I like it. I do like those cars. It would not by any way replace the Z4, but it would be so different that I could then get in the Z4 at the weekend, put the roof down on a nice day and really enjoy it. And the A45 I could use every day, but would still be a fast and sort of exciting car, very modifiable as well. And I think it'd be an interesting one to have. Let me know what you think about that. I've not got the money to go and do it tomorrow, and even if I did, I couldn't, because I can't really go and buy a car at the moment. But I'm sort of hoping something like that might be my next daily, and hopefully coming this year. I'm going to try and make it happen. But let me know what you think in this live chat about that. Any more Soft Top Showdown videos planned once we are back to normal? I really, really want to do more. I really do. And thank you, Alex B, for asking. It's obviously a series that has done tremendously well on my channel. So just from a business perspective, although YouTube's really not making any money at the moment, as many YouTubers will tell you, all because of everything that's going on. But yeah, from that perspective, it's a great series for my channel, because it does bring in many viewers and subscribers. So yes, for that reason, 100% I want to bring it back. But also, it's been so fun, actually, every episode, with whoever it's been. So many laughs, actually. It's just really nice to meet with a viewer and use their car. But yeah, there's cars that I haven't done it with yet that need to be featured. I think the main one, actually, is a 350Z Roadster. So I do need to get one of those on. But in short, without waffling, yeah, Soft Top Showdown, I would like to see return. I'm not done with it. Whether it will be like a series 2 or just a continuation, probably the latter. Yeah, 100% I want to bring that back. Summer meet would be great if lockdown was over. 100%, I really want to make that happen. Obviously, out of my control a little bit. Are there any other BMW or Z4 YouTubers that you follow? BMW, Joe Achilles, obviously he's a big guy in the BMW world. Z4 YouTubers, there was that Z4 Me guy, wasn't there? But I believe he got rid of that car and sold it. I don't think so. Obviously, I follow Ben Rain. He's a good friend of mine, Ben. He doesn't have a Z4 at the moment, but he's had a couple in the past few months. I think, really, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know of any other people on YouTube that do sort of as many videos as I with the Z4. But yeah, let me know. But in short, no, I don't really watch any other Z4 YouTubers. Least favourite BMW you've driven? I'd have to say again BMW M2. But that was just one experience driving a DCT unmodified, and I think actually if I got my hands on one, it'd be a manual. It would have a few carbon bits and a very loud exhaust on, and then it might be a different story. Did you say you were doing a soft top protection video at some point? Yes, my dad has actually got some soft top protection stuff, and I'm hoping to do that. Hopefully film that this week, and it should go live within the next month. So yes, there will be a soft top production video. Taz Thomas says, hi Joel, recently found your channel and it's great. Thank you so much, Taz, I appreciate that. I hope you stick around. Loved your video with your father in the M Coupe. Yeah, that was fun actually. I took my dad, he drove it as well, I think. The Z4M Roadster I did a video with, well, I've done a few videos with. I got my dad in one of those and scared him. That was a lot of fun. What's the best thing you've done to the Z4? Sad as it is, it's probably my wheels, my most recent modification. It's taken me 3 years to do it, but I'm very happy with them. How's the ride with the MV2s now? Actually, shall I get into this? Don't know how long we've been going, 20 minutes. So, I haven't obviously been able to film a review of my new tyres, and I know this is not strictly what you're asking. How is my ride with the MV2s? I haven't noticed any difference, to be honest. And I have recently got new tyres, and the ride is maybe just a little bit smoother now. However, I think there might be quite an issue with my... I need to get my alignment done before I jump to any conclusions, but I think there might be a little bit of a steering column issue going on in my car. Since I got the Pilot Sport 4 tyres on, I have driven the car a couple of times to the supermarket, literally a couple of times, that's all it's been, unfortunately. And it does seem that there's quite a delay in my steering. I don't want to make that gesture actually. When I'm steering the wheel, there's sort of a lot of latency, there's a lot of play before anything happens, but because the Michelin Pilot Sports are so sensitive, when you do get to that threshold where something is happening, it's quite significant. So it means that the car is actually now quite twitchy and sometimes hard to control. I don't know if the tyres need to scrub in a little bit. It's really weird, someone's just sent an email asking me how I find my new tyres. Watch this live stream. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this, but there's something funny with either my steering or the tyres or something. I don't know if anyone else has had the same experience, by the way. Could just be I'm incompetent, haven't got used to it yet, and I need my alignment done, and they need some more time to scrub in, but we'll see. But in terms of the MV2's affecting ride, I haven't really noticed much. So sorry for the very long-winded answer on that. If you had £15,000 to spend on a car, what would you get? Oh, that's such a tricky question, man. Thank you for asking. I don't have an instantaneous answer for you. £15,000. Tell you what, because it's what I've been looking at for the past 2 days straight, and you guys will know why if you see my latest video. Alpina Roadster S. I'd have to sell the Z4 and it would replace that. But if I had 15 grand to spend, Alpina Roadster S right now, I kind of fancy one of those. I think they're really cool, and it'd be a keeper as well, wouldn't it? Because they're so rare. Anthony, I see your question about five car dream garage. I can't answer that right now. I see people all the time answer questions like that and they can just reel it off. I'll give it a go. Ferrari Enzo is my all-time dream car. Alpina Roadster S, let's say that would be in there because that's like the ultimate Z4. You know, Z4's made this channel possible, so I'll always love the Z4. So Alpina Roadster S, Ferrari Enzo. The problem is there's so many cars I love. That is the ultimate issue. Let's go with an M6, the V10 M6. Hopefully that will come to the garage soon. We'll see. Pagani Zonda, the Zonda F Roadster. I love that car. So that's 4. Number 5. Let's go with a classic. I love classics actually. Probably. We've got a Ferrari already, so let's go with an Aston Martin DB5. I've got a friend who has a few of those, and I've been lucky enough to go in them, and they are amazing cars. So that's my 5 that I could think of right now. How I got enough screens? Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to sort of make this corner of my room look a little bit more interesting. That is actually quite distracting. But yeah, I guess what we've got 2 laptops here. There's another one right there as well. So maybe for the next time for you, Dom, I will add in a 4th screen. Can't wait for a meet. Yeah, would love to meet you with my Z. Yeah, let's try and make it happen then. Hopefully this lockdown will all be over soon. 24 minutes in. Guys, it's going really quickly, isn't it? How are you finding this stream? I mean, it seems to be a consistent amount of people watching, so I'd like to think you're enjoying it. Getting rid of the run flats, best move. Yeah, removing the run flat tyres off the Z4 was 100% the thing that will make the most difference to your ride quality, definitely. Unless you put it on Citroen 2CV suspension. Hampshire photo, how are you doing, Luke, mate? I'll convince you to buy a hot hatch. You've already done a lot of convincing, to be honest, buddy. I guess I've driven I've driven your Golf R and your 140i. They're both very, very competent cars, very fast. I don't know what it is about the A45 recently. Oh, and actually, in terms of you convincing me, your recent video with Sam in his A45 got me checking Auto Trader a lot. So you've already done a lot of convincing. Oh no, you see, it's just on that thing where it skipped the comments. Let me try and scroll through a bit quicker here and answer as many as possible. Darren Kingsmill, oh, see, this is going to be a long-winded question. What's your long-term plans for the channel? Would you go full-time YouTube if you could? Would I go full-time YouTube if I could? Yeah, I think so. I guess what that comes down to is, do I actually enjoy what I do on YouTube? And the answer is yes. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm sitting here chatting with you guys, and I really enjoy it. I absolutely love the process of making content, and that's what I do for my day job. But probably the most liberating thing about YouTube is that I am the director, the producer, the curator of everything. You know, I'm the presenter, I'm the editor. I do everything myself, and that is really liberating, actually. When you go out there, you create a piece of content, and I'm happy with it. That's the main thing, actually, is when I'm happy with something I've put out. It's a really liberating feeling, and obviously when then you guys enjoy it as well, that's just the icing on the cake, honestly. So would I go full time if I could? Yeah, definitely a long way off that in terms of sort of the money that I make from YouTube. If that's something you guys would be interested in knowing about, I've got no qualms talking about that, but it's minimal. So a long way off that at the moment. But you know, never say never. I hope potentially that could be an option in the future, and I think I'd have to consider it. Have I made the trip to Cafe in a Machine? Excuse me. Yeah, once I think I've been. Would be really controversial. Well, actually, no. You know what? First off, I love Cafe in a Machine. I think it's great. Not sure it's worth a 2-hour trip just for, in my opinion. Where I am, it's just a motorway drive, and I wouldn't necessarily do that just to go there. It's now really crowded as well. But not slating the place at all. It's awesome, and you meet some really cool people and see some really cool cars. And I haven't been for maybe a year or two, so my opinion's out of date. What's your favourite video you've posted? That's a really tough question. I want to make a video on that, actually, and I'll have a little bit more of a think. Top of my head, I mean, honestly, the stuff I did in America in November, just gone, with the Corvette, that probably not my favourite videos I've posted, but they were certainly some of my favourite ones to make. And if I could get all of you to go and watch anything right now, I'd say go and watch the C7 Corvette content, because honestly, I was having the best time. What will become the channel when you change your car? Yeah, I mean, there's no plans at all, Nicholas, to sell the Z4. I think, if anything, the Z4 might evolve into a Z4M or an Alpina or something in the future. But I'm very aware of that. You know, a lot of you are Z4 owners. Most of you will have come here in one shape or form because of my Z4 content. So I'm 100% aware of that. I wouldn't say it's a burden on me, because I do enjoy my Z4. But I can't guarantee that I'll have a Z4 forever. I'd like to think you guys would be interested in following my journey with cars. I'm certainly not going to sell everything and buy a Nissan Micra, so you don't have to worry about that. But yeah, at the moment, there's no plans to get rid of it, so don't worry just yet. My worst video, I don't know. What are my worst? There's been a few videos I've made that I've since privated, that I made years ago, that you guys won't be able to see because they're now private on my channel. They're probably the worst. I'll think about that, and maybe that could be a video as well. Okay, what else have we got? I'm sorry I'm so far behind, guys. You've probably asked these questions 20 minutes ago. Blue Mahoo, I recognise your name from comments on videos. Thank you so much for being a supporter of the channel, first off. Hi Joel, I got my E89 Z4 off the back of your Z4 reviews. I've got a Porsche Cayman too. The Z4 always seems to get more comments and attention. Interesting. Love your channel and content. Maybe there's like a stigma around Porsche more so than BMW. I mean, there's a stigma around BMW drivers, but I think sometimes people turn their noses up at Porsche and just tut, which is ridiculous, by the way. Very nice though. E89 Z4 and a Cayman is a great combination. I absolutely love the Cayman. If I remember correctly, speaking to you before, you've got the 987. I could be wrong. I drove the 981 Cayman S, as you'll all know, hopefully, that bright yellow one I featured in the video. Probably the best car I've driven in the last 6 months, easily. An amazing car, the Porsche Cayman, something I'd love to own one day. I love Porsche actually, and that maybe a Boxster. Could that be a car I get at some point? Who knows? What's up from South Africa? Thank you for watching from South Africa. How's the situation over there? I've been I've got friends in Cape Town actually, and I went for the first time this time last year. Amazing country. What other YouTubers would you like to do a video with? I haven't really thought about that, if I'm honest with you. I mean, in a dream world, here's the thing. I previously worked with Seen Through Glass, Sam, Seen Through Glass. I mean, you'll know that channel, I'm sure. And through that, I met the likes of Shmee, I met the likes of Paul Wallace, Supercars of London. I could probably go on a little bit. So, those people I wouldn't ever say, oh, I really wish one day I could do a collab with them, because it's they do their thing. And I used to work for them, in a sense, so that would be strange. But if I could do a collab with, I love collaborating with my friend Luke, who runs Hampshire Photo, for example, and Ben. I love collaborating with my friend Ben. Trying to think though, I love whose content do I love the Stradman. I absolutely love the Stradman. Don't know him at all. I guess one day if I'm in the States, that would be a dream actually, to do a collaboration with the Stradman. I did meet the Salamandran guys as well when they came over here for Goodwood. 1 year, and I was really excited about that, so maybe those guys too. Good question though, I had to think about that one. Definitely worth getting 4-wheel alignment after run flats. Yeah, I should probably, that will be the first thing that my car goes into the garage for. What else have we got? I'm so far down, I'm having to scroll through, and I realise we've been going just over 30 minutes now, but I'll be totally honest, I'm quite enjoying this. We might go for a little bit longer. Yeah, guys, while I'm just looking for questions, thank you honestly so much just for if you are a subscriber and you're someone who tries to watch as many of my videos as possible and you're always leaving a comment, I recognise some of your names. I really appreciate it, because although I said a moment ago, a lot of it is I enjoy doing it for myself and putting something out there. It makes it worth it. I wouldn't be doing it if no one was watching the videos. So honestly, thank you so much. And there's people who go above and beyond as well and help out in other ways, and you guys know who you are, and I can't thank you enough. George Sutar says he's having a similar issue with his steering. Interesting, maybe we should chat about this, George. Also needs to do alignment, but worried it could be the column. Yeah, I'm worried it could be the column. I've had this sticky steering issue before, but I've never had it sorted. Yeah, let's hope it's not. Let's hope it's not the column. Nice choices for your 5-car garage. Thank you. Keep going. Thanks. 3-car garage. Ferrari Enzo. Pagani's on the F. I don't know. BMW Z4. You're doing well, mate. Thank you. A day at Santa Pod would be a blast. I've spoken about a friend about doing that. What's that? RW. Run what you bring. Yeah. I think my clutch is so far gone at this point, so whether it would make it through a day of that, I wouldn't put my money on it. But yeah, 100% I'd love to do a run what you bring at Santa Pod. I had planned to do that this year actually, but this whole situation we're in has basically, I mean, it'd be the same for you guys, has put everything on hold really. So, but yeah, hopefully I can do that one day. Hi from Germany. Got lots of people from Germany. I love that. I really need to come to Germany actually in the car and do it. What is going on there? Do a top speed run. That would be awesome. Okay, here's a funny one. Do you get every woman checking out your Z4 or just old men that just want to tell you how their sports car wants? Yeah, I mean, going off the demographic of this channel, there's not that many women for a start. When I'm out and about, do you know what? It does get a couple of comments, never from attractive young ladies though, unfortunately. I don't think it's the car for that. The only comments you get from young people are hairdresser comments, or just other rude ones. So no, unfortunately not any nice comments from other people other than my friends that are women in the Z4. It's the wrong car for that, I'm afraid. Just had an offer on my Z4. Thinking of selling and getting the Bath 595. Have you driven one, and what do you think of it? Awesome. That's awesome. I really love the Abarths. I've driven a 695 Piposto, and I've driven a 695 Piposto Romeo Ferraris, which is like a super bodied, slightly tuned 210 brake horsepower thing. And I loved both of them, mate. I absolutely love the Abarths. Won't be a popular opinion necessarily, but I think they're great cars. Totally different to the Z4. You could almost have both. But yeah, mate, if you want to experience something a little bit different that's also a lot of fun, I think the Abarth 595 is a great car. Has your mate still got his MG, or did he swap it? I think his name is still MGTF on Instagram, so I'm pretty sure he's still got it. Yeah. Simon Easton, Warzone. Yeah, maybe after this, Simon. Warzone is the Call of Duty game mode. I've been playing quite a lot of that recently on lockdown, as well as making videos. Have I done the clutch delay valve? No, I haven't. Do I plan on doing it? I don't plan on doing it, but I, to be honest, haven't really learned about what it is. So maybe I should look into it. Bought a Z4 last year. My parents were both very pleased. My brother bought a Boxster, and my father forbids him to park on my parents' yard. That's hilarious. That's cool. How are you getting on with the Z4? I've had nothing but good comments around London. People seem to like Z4s. Yeah, to be honest, I've not really had anything negative thrown at me, to be honest, in the car. I can't think of a time that actually anyone's shouted at me saying I'm a hairdresser. That wasn't someone I already knew. It actually always gets positive comments. I think they have a way of looking a lot more exclusive and sorry, comments distracted me. They've got a way of sort of seeming quite exclusive and look more expensive than they are, I suppose. So yeah, they do get a lot of good comments, to be honest. Your mic is a bit quiet. I apologise. I'll try and what I'll do after this live stream is, well, I won't watch the whole thing back. That'd be god awful. I'll watch some of it back and check the sound and stuff. If you're interested, literally just got my iPhone on a tripod right there, and then obviously I'm watching the live stream on my laptop here and seeing all your comments come in. So I'm actually quite far away from my phone, so that could be why. Maybe I'll come up with a better solution, or I'll just talk a bit louder. Claudia Stark is here. Any cars you'd erase from history? I don't know if you mean like in terms of the cars that I've had. In that case, probably not. Each car has been different in a learning curve. Most of them have ended up in ditches or trees, to be honest. My dad's MX-5 ended up strewn across the A3. In terms of my car collection, the cars I've had, no, I wouldn't erase any of them. If there's any cars that were made that I would erase, any Sasang Young, awful cars. I just bought an F56 Mini JCW a week before lockdown, done 180 miles on it. Man, I can sense your frustration. Although it's not the same, I haven't just bought a new car. I've just had new tyres on my car and got them done literally the first week of lockdown. So it's sort of just been sitting on the drive, and I can see it from this room actually. So get to go out for a drive tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, man, and the typical thing is that the weather's obviously got better now too. Cool. How are we getting on? We've been going 40 minutes. Are you guys still enjoying this? I can actually see that more and more people are joining. I was thinking half an hour initially, because half an hour is actually a little bit more appealing for retrospectively people to come and watch it. Let me know if you want to go on. This is for you guys really, so I'm more than happy to keep going, so let me know. I realise I've just been on the wrong chat thing as well, so I've probably not been seeing all your messages. Turn up your volume, bro. Volume is fine. Oh, okay.
What's the BMW supercar coupe that the Z4 looks like it came out in 19? You're probably talking about the first 8 series, I guess. Search that. That might be what you're thinking about. I could be wrong. Or it could be the M1, but that was like 80s, right? Go get some essentials at Asda and go the long way around. I'll be totally honest, I've got a supermarket that I always shop at, and it's like 15 minutes away, and it's quite nice actually to be able to go there. It's always less busy, which means you can keep your distance and stuff a lot better. Okay, Mervyn M says, "Hey Joel, I'm glad to see how well the channel has grown." Me too. Guess yeah. I mean, we hit 10,000 subscribers like a couple of weeks ago, and we're still growing, so it's really good. I'm always open to your ideas, guys, on like other ways I can grow the channel, things that you want to see, etc, etc. Obviously this live stream is a first for me on this channel, and I'd have to say I've been enjoying this. It's been going really well, and I hope you guys are enjoying it too, but thank you. I'm glad to see the channel growing too. Track days or drifting, both. I'd love to do both. I haven't got plans to do either, but when my car, so my Z4, once it's had a few other mods on it and it's retired as my daily, I'd love to take it around Goodwood. Goodwood is a track I've experienced a few times and it's fantastic, and I think the Z4 would be great for it actually, so I would like to do a track day on Goodwood in my car for sure. Would I like an electric Z4? No, I wouldn't, I don't think, I have to say. Would you consider organising a Z3, Z4 event? Yeah, I mean, I did a event last year, which was a predominantly Z4 comp. Actually, you can see it there. That's a picture from the day. Kind of every generation of Z4 there, but it wasn't just for Z4s. It was open to anyone. I plan on doing the same thing again. Don't think there was a Z3, but there was a 1 Series there. There was a load of cars there actually. So yeah, I definitely would consider doing another event like that. Nick says carry on. Nicholas says carry on going. Anthony says congrats on hitting 10k. Thanks again, Anthony, appreciate it. We have nothing else to do, so keep going. JJ Wiggy, what's the best favourite car you've ever driven? I drove a 599 GTO Ferrari, which was probably the best car I've ever driven. That was unbelievable. Where did you buy the Sport mod from? I'll be doing a video on that. Great videos, keep it up. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. How about a program on home maintenance? I wouldn't know where to start, if I'm honest with you. If I could do that, I'd actually love to do that, and I wish I could have a ramp. That would be brilliant. Mikhail says, check your Facebook account for messages. I wrote to you about the wind deflector. I will have a look. I apologise actually. Facebook is the platform I use the least, I have to say. Maybe I should plug myself at this point. You guys should check out. I'm not going to plug Facebook because, as I just said, I don't really post on it. Kurt says he quit Facebook. I pretty much did as well, Kurt. I just don't really use it. But it's good to have a platform everywhere. What I've been using a lot, and I'd love you guys to go and follow me on, is Twitter. I know not everyone is on Twitter, but if you are, go and check me out. It's the same as my Instagram, which you should also follow me on. It's Joel W. Tell you what, I'll put it in the chat here. So on Twitter and Instagram, that is my tag. So if you go follow me there, that'd be great. I'm using Twitter a lot more, and I always use Instagram a lot. So if you want to keep updated all the time about things like this happening, Instagram and Twitter are the place to do. Interesting. Yian75 has asked, which car do you think Ben Rain should keep and which should he sell, the Boxster or the M3? I wonder if Ben's watching this. I haven't seen him crop up, so maybe not. I don't know. It's actually a really tough decision. If I had to pick one, I'd probably pick the M3. But it depends what mood I was in, really, because that Boxster's a great car. So which one do I think he should keep? Probably the M3. But that's just my opinion. I have no idea what he will or will not sell, or whether he'll keep both. You'll have to stay tuned on his channel, and hopefully he'll make a decision soon. Have I done a track day in your car? No, I haven't, but the closest thing I've done actually is I've done a runway run where they filmed Top Gear, an airfield called Dunsfold, they have an annual, or they did have an annual event called Wings and Wheels, and I luckily got in through knowing someone who knew someone, and got my Z4 on the runway, which was fun. I did about 135 miles an hour down there, but not around a track. I haven't done that. The videos are actually on YouTube of that, so that was a lot of fun. Go back maybe a couple of years and you'll find those, me maxing out my car on the runway. It was a lot of fun. I sent you a picture of my car, my wrapped Z4 in pearlescent white. All white Z4. I'm sure I did get it. David, thank you for sending it through. I've had hundreds of emails. Honestly, it's crazy. Yeah, I will. I'm sure I've got it. I will be going through them this week, sorting that and getting the next episode filmed. So yeah, cool. All right, guys. I've been going 45 minutes now. I think this would probably be a good place to end this first live stream before I start going slightly mad. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please, I'll stay on for a few more minutes. Give me some feedback on how you found this. Whether you'd like to see more of these live streams, how often you'd like to see them. I'm thinking once every 2 weeks at the moment. And yeah, also hoping you guys are all okay. My thoughts are with everyone that's, well, we're all sort of suffering in one way or another with everything that's going on. So I do hope you're all well. And yeah, hope you've enjoyed this live stream. I've genuinely enjoyed chatting with you guys, and there's some new faces on here. There's some faces I recognise from videos. So again, guys, thank you so much. There's an account in here called It's Joel Fan from Slovenia. That's really cool. Thank you so much for watching. Cool. Yeah. Well, this is a really nice place to stop. Thank you for all your questions. You've kept me talking for 45 minutes straight. I need to go and eat some food and have a proper drink now. But yeah, I think I'm really happy with how this has gone, guys. I'll have a look at it back, see how we can improve it. Let me know some suggestions for future episodes, but I think we'll do this again. So yeah, in the meantime, if you want to keep up with everything, obviously make sure you're subscribed here on YouTube. There's going to be twice or thrice, two videos a week at least, over the coming weeks and months. Make sure you follow me on Twitter and Instagram, where I'm posting daily, so you can keep up with what I'm doing in real time every single day on those platforms. So thanks for all of these really nice comments that are still coming in now. I genuinely appreciate it. I don't really want to end this, but I'm going to have to. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very, very soon. This is the awkward moment where I need to go around onto my phone and end it now. So thank you all, and see you next time.